Setting and accomplishing a goal, right? Now, you might have a short term goal or you might have a long term goal. First of all, hello, and today's insight is going to be about that goals and how to set and accomplish them. And from my perspective, okay, so there's all these people who will tell you their perspective. I'm going to share mine. Now, I'm going to talk about my one big goal that I'm kind of still working on. It's a work in progress, right? So, for those of you who followed me long enough, you know that I was hit by a car when I was 19, and that was not a small incident. I was actually hit by a car, like, while crossing the street, and I got, like, propelled 30 feet through the air, fell on my head, was hospitalized for a time, put in a coma by my doctors, and so on and so forth. So you might guess that there was a lot of stuff I need to work through, which is true. But now, when I woke up in the rehabilitation center, what did I do, right? How did I get from that to this? So, first and foremost, when I noticed that things were not going right, things were weird, things were off, I set myself the goal of becoming like looking like nothing ever happened in 5 years. It actually took me seven, but the time limit is not as important. Well, it is and it's not, because you have to give yourself like some parameters to respect. But if you don't accomplish that set goal in the allotted time, you can't be hard on yourself and you can't stop. So you need to continue, because the important thing is the goal that you want to accomplish, not the how fast you do it. It's better if it's done quickly, but it's not the end of the world if it's not, right? So I had given myself 5 years. It took me seven, but the fact of the matter is, it was like I had a goal of becoming better, so much better, like to be like nothing ever happened in 5 years. For me to get to that point, it took me seven, but for me to get to getting better, all right, it took me five. Okay, that's a little distinction. I had achieved my goal, but I hadn't achieved my goal to the extent to which I wanted to achieve it. All right, so it's all about setting your goal and then continuously coming back to it to make sure that you are well on the right road to accomplish it, and that you continuously go back to it so that you know that you're working towards it and you're not completely deviating left, right, and center, right? Now, the second thing that I suggest is that you put yourself in the right headspace so that you can maintain a thought pattern that will keep you aligned with your objective, your goal, that thing that you want to accomplish. Because if you aren't necessarily in the right headspace, you will deviate every so often. But if you have a goal that you have your eyes set on, as I mentioned before, it doesn't matter how long it takes. You'll do whatever it takes, however long it takes, as long as you accomplish that goal, right? Putting yourself in the right headspace will allow you to maintain working on something long enough for it to actually come to fruition. So, as I mentioned, I was hit by a car. Not that I keep it a secret, but I was hit by a car, and I had given myself the objective of like looking normal, like looking like nothing ever happened in 5 years. So every time I accomplished a sub goal, right, I would come back to, do I look like nothing ever happened? I'm like, no, okay, next project, next sub goal, next sub goal. What is coming? What is the next thing I need to work on? So that is something that you need to put in your heads, put in your mind, that it is always a work in progress, even when you quote unquote achieve it, when it's visibly achieved, it should be maintained. So that is a whole nother aspect of it, right? So it's kind of understanding that it's not just one goal and then you're done. It's one goal that evolves into another and another and another. So in 5 years' time, what happened was that I healed enough to be in public, all right? But I still looked like things were kind of off. So then the next phase was to like embellish, to polish, to make better. So now I'm at 16 years. It took a while to get here. Like in 2015, you can say that it looked like nothing happened. And all I've been doing up to from then to now is polish myself to become even better. Every year is like slightly better. It's not completely better, but it's, like I said, a work in progress, right? So you just need to keep in mind that it's not just one project that you're going to work on. It's a set of projects that will come together, like one after the other. And you just need to put yourself in the right headspace to do that. Because or else then, it'll end. So either you will be cognizant that whatever you're working on is going to end, there's like a final date, or it's a project that will endure, right? So my project endured because I wanted to look better and to look like nothing ever happened and to be completely like the norm or even better than the norm, which is where I'm at now, which is I'm good, but I need to be better, right? Always push yourself to farther things. Or you have smaller goals which have like due dates and are measurable in time, right? So basically you have 3 types of goals from my understanding. You have short-term goals, you have long-term goals, and you have lifelong goals. So what type of goal are you currently working on? Are you working on a short-term goal, a long-term goal, or a lifelong goal? Let me know.